The girl you like might be ignoring you. But don't stress, this is something we all go through at some point. Today, I'm going to share a unique set of strategies designed to make it nearly impossible for her to ignore you. By the end of this guide, you'll not only learn how to capture her attention, but also how to prevent being ignored by any girl ever again. 1. Activate her reptilian brain. Humans are still deeply influenced by the most primitive part of our brain, often referred to as the reptilian brain. This part of the brain governs basic survival instincts, processing information in simple black and white terms like good versus bad, pain versus pleasure, or fight versus flight. To leverage this, your goal is to send her messages that play on these instincts. For instance, instead of sending a standard text like, "Do you want to hang out?" which is easy to ignore, try sending something more compelling like, "Hey, want to come to this party with me this weekend? Or would you rather stay home alone?" This kind of message taps into her fear of missing out, FOMO, and forces her to confront a choice between pleasure, the excitement of a party, and pain, the boredom of staying home alone. By framing your invitation in this way, you make it harder for her to dismiss or ignore you, as her reptilian brain compels her to avoid the discomfort of missing out. 2. Introduce unexpected behavior. Humans are creatures of habit, and we tend to follow predictable patterns in conversation and behavior. When you break these patterns, you create a memorable moment that sticks in someone's mind. If you're interacting with a girl and she seems disinterested or inattentive, this is the perfect moment to do something unexpected. Imagine this scenario. You're talking to a girl, and instead of following the usual script of asking for her number, you confidently say, "I think this is the part where you ask for my number." This unexpected twist disrupts her expectations and creates a moment that she's likely to replay in her mind throughout the day. The key here is confidence. Deliver this line with a smile and maintain strong eye contact. By flipping the script and suggesting that she ask for your number, you're not only catching her off guard, but also positioning yourself as someone who's different from other guys she's met. 3. Evoke a past emotion. If she's ignoring you, it could be because she doesn't associate you with any strong, positive emotions. One effective way to change this is by triggering a memory of a past emotion she once felt, ideally a positive one. The sense of smell is particularly powerful when it comes to evoking memories, as it's closely linked to the brain's emotional center. To use this to your advantage, wear a fragrance that has woody notes, similar to what many men wear, but with a unique twist. For instance, instead of choosing a popular fragrance like Dior Sauvage, opt for something less common that still carries those familiar woody undertones. A unique fragrance will trigger a sense of nostalgia, reminding her of past positive experiences while also creating new memories tied to you. Over time, she'll begin to associate you with those good feelings, making it difficult for her to ignore you. But don't stop there. Consider stacking your scents for maximum impact. Start with a body wash that has complementary notes to your cologne. For example, a body wash with cranberry and spicy scents can layer nicely with your woody cologne. According to research, fruit and vegetable scents are particularly attractive to women. By layering these scents, you create a complex and memorable olfactory experience that she'll uniquely associate with you, making you stand out even more. Sometimes the reason she might be ignoring you is simply because you haven't given her a reason not to. If your life seems uninteresting or uninspired, it's time to change that by picking up a hobby that women find attractive. According to studies, certain hobbies make men more appealing to women. These include traveling, exercising, cooking, photography, and even watching sports. To truly capture her interest, find the sweet spot between your existing interests, her preferences, and something that gives you a competitive edge. For instance, if she enjoys watching football with her dad, and you've always had an interest in the sport, consider joining a recreational football league. This not only aligns with her interests, but also gives you an opportunity to showcase your skills and passion, making it hard for her to ignore you. Change your texting approach. The way you text can significantly influence how she perceives you. If she's taking longer to reply or seems to be pulling away, it's important not to come across as needy. One common mistake is sending a goodnight text when she hasn't been very responsive. This can make you appear overly eager or needy, which is a turn-off. Instead, if you notice she's not as responsive, don't send that final goodnight text. By leaving the conversation open-ended, you create a sense of mystery and leave her wondering why you didn't follow your usual pattern. This subtle shift in power can make her more likely to initiate the conversation the next day as she seeks to regain control. Avoid approval-seeking behavior. When a guy gets ignored, it's natural to feel anxious and want to seek reassurance from the girl. However, this approval-seeking behavior, such as blowing up her phone with texts, showering her with compliments, or constantly asking if you did something wrong, can actually push her further away. To prevent this, you need to recognize and stop these behaviors before they start. One effective technique to manage this is the HALT method, which stands for hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. These are emotional states that can cloud your judgment and make you act needy. Before sending another text, ask yourself if you're feeling any of these emotions. If you're hungry, eat something. If you're angry, go for a walk. If you're lonely, call a friend. And if you're tired, get some rest. By addressing these underlying emotions, you'll be less likely to act in a way that appears desperate or needy, helping you maintain your composure and attractiveness. And master the Dark Triad traits. Finally, there's a reason why women are often attracted to bad boys. It's because of certain traits known as the Dark Triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. While these traits are generally considered negative when used in moderation and strategically, they can make you more appealing and difficult to ignore. Narcissism involves having high self-esteem and a strong desire to be admired. You can use this to your advantage by carefully curating your social media presence to highlight the exciting things you're doing and the interesting people you're spending time with. This creates an image of someone who's confident and in demand, which can be very attractive. Machiavellianism is about being strategic and manipulative in social interactions. A good way to apply this is by reading The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, particularly the chapter on becoming an object of desire. For example, if you know she'll be at a certain event, show up, but spend time socializing with everyone except her. Then, when you notice she's aware of you, approach her, give her a sincere compliment, chat for a moment, and then abruptly move on to someone else. This shows that you're in control of the situation, which can be incredibly alluring. Finally, psychopathy involves low empathy and emotional control. You can apply this by mastering the HALT method discussed earlier, which helps you maintain emotional control and avoid coming across as needy or desperate. By appearing more emotionally detached, you create an air of mystery and unpredictability, which many women find intriguing. When you combine these Dark Triad traits with the other strategies outlined here, you'll become someone who's not only hard to ignore, but also someone she actively wants to pursue. By using these techniques, you'll find that you're able to capture and hold her attention in ways you never thought possible, ensuring that you're never ignored again.